Professor Syed Hasan Askari was a distinguished historian and eminent scholar of medieval Indian history. He was active in his field between 1926 to the year of his death in 1990. He gained international recognition as one of the most foremost authorities on the Delhi Sultanate, the Mughals, and the mystic literature of Indian Sufis. His knowledge of Bihar's medieval and early modern history was encyclopedic. Professor Askari was unrivaled in his knowledge of original Persian sources and considered the most learned scholar of Persian manuscripts. Syed Hasan Askari was born in 1901 to a middle-class zamindar family of Kujwa in the Saran district of North Bihar, India, which is now called Siwan. Hasan Askari was the third son of Janab Syed Razi Hasan and Raziat Fatima, whose ancestors settled in the Bihar area in the middle of the 18th century. Hasan Askari attended grade school in the Bihar region. He showed early promise when he secured a first division and a district junior scholarship during his matriculation examination from Chhapra Zila School in 1918. He went on to study at Greer Bhumihar Brahmin College and received his bachelor's in history honors in 1921. He then went on to study at Patna University. He received a master's in history in 1924 and a bachelor's in law in 1925. After completing his studies, Hasan Askari married Salma in 1926. Together they raised 3 sons and 4 daughters. Currently, 2 of his daughters are settled in Karachi, Pakistan, while the rest of his children live in India. Professor Askari started his academic career in 1926, where he was an active lecturer and assistant professor at Patna University. In addition to his work as a professor, he was a long-standing member of the Indian Historical Records Commission, where he attended several annual meetings. As his career progressed, he was chosen for many leadership positions within the Indian Historical Society. In addition to his contributions to the Indian Historical Records Commission, Professor Askari had many other highlights throughout his career. Over the course of his career, he published numerous articles and research papers. Thanks to Professor Askari's work, there have been 21 books published, including 11 collected works, 6 volume editions, and 4 manuscript translations published on his behalf. Professor Askari was not an armchair historian. He was known for his work that would take him to rural Bihar and eastern Uttar Pradesh to seek out rare manuscripts, study inscriptions and archaeological ruins, and listen to testimony of local residents. There are several documented cases of Professor Askari's work and findings being presented or referenced at Indian Historical Records meetings and at Bihar's Regional Records Committee meetings. Professor Askari's work was renowned. Proof to the value and quality of his work was the fact that Professor Askari was the recipient of numerous awards and honors. Most notably, Professor Askari enjoyed the distinction of being conferred with awards by 3 presidents of India. He was awarded the Ghalib Award in 1974 in recognition for his research work. He was awarded the President's Certificate of Honor in 1979 in recognition of his outstanding literary contribution and expertise in Persian literature. He was awarded Padma Shri in 1985, which is one of the highest civilian awards in India. He was awarded Padma Shri in recognition of his contribution to education and literature. In addition to these highly regarded awards, Professor Askari was given honorary doctorate degrees from Magadha University in 1969 and from Patna University in 1984. Furthermore, the late Shah of Iran invited Professor Askari and his wife to attend a celebration of the 2500th year of Persian monarchy in Iran in 1971. Professor Askari retired after 4 decades of service to the University of Patna in 1976. However, his work continued past his retirement and up until his death. Although Professor Askari passed away at the age of 89 on November 28, 1990, his contributions and recognition of his work continues even until this day. A new chapter of Professor Askari's life was opened in 2015 with the creation of the Professor Syed Hasan Askari Historiography Project. This project was initiated by Professor Askari's grandson, Syed Amr Raza. The idea of the project was to locate, compile, restore, and digitally catalog the literary works of Professor Askari for the purposes of providing free online access to researchers and historians. Furthermore, the project set out to document exploration activities, professional career achievements, photographs, and other items of historical importance. This collaborative project involves scholars, educationalists, researchers, librarians, and professionals from all over the world. An abridged biography of Professor Askari was composed and originally written in the English language. With the help of these professionals, it has been translated and published in 17 other languages. It can be found in Urdu, Hindi, Persian, French, and many other languages. The extended detailed biography of the late Professor Askari is currently being worked on and will be published soon. In addition to the historiography project, the Bihar State Archives have been organizing an annual memorial lecture on Professor Askari's behalf since 2013. Recordings of these sessions from 2020 onward can be found on YouTube under the Professor Syed Hasan Askari Project. For more information related to the historiography project, please visit www.professorsyedhasanaskari.com. Additional information can be found on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Wikipedia.